ear is slightly below his right eye. They're also facing off at slightly different angles, meaning that Will here can hear one sound twice and triangulate it to a millimetre of accuracy. For instance, these birds most of the time won't actually be able to see their prey. They'll be working off 94% hearing alone. That's because these birds can be hunting in large grass meadows or even snow where there is no chance of seeing their prey. For just an example, I thought we'd locked into them, but there. Come on in. Unpredictable Will, as you can see. Now, his facial disc, this large heart-shaped disc, is also helping his hearing out a lot. Because you see, inside this heart-shaped disc, the feathers are more like whiskers. Very, very sensitive and very absorbent to sound. They allow all the sound to be picked up and amplified with his ears, where he can be ultimate accurate. Now, for an example, if I was to pop Will on that post in the middle, he would be able to hear mice and voles running across the riverbeds. That is some serious distance, young Will. Now, the third factor that makes these birds so successful in the wild would have to be their ability to counter shade. And by this, I mean that they can go out hunting actively without fear of being seen or seeing anything else. If you were a hawk or an eagle or some other form of predator that wanted to make Will your lunchtime snack, you would be purveying over the fields looking down to see if you could spot anything. Now, the back of Will is perfectly meadow coloured. Its lovely browns and golds lend themselves so perfectly to the area you would find these birds in. Now let's flip it upside down. You were a rodent of some type and you were looking up making sure you wasn't about to get made lunch. All you would see is a crystal clear white background, therefore lending itself perfectly to the clouds we have above us. Now, a couple of common misconceptions about the barn owl is that they don't like to fly during the day, or that they are upset by it, and I'm afraid that is simply not true. You see, it is true that the barn owl is a nocturnal species of owl. We tell this from their big black-brown eyes. However, there is two other colours of eyes that owls possess. The first is orange, meaning crepuscular, that meaning that they hunt at dusk and dawn. The likes of the Eurasian eagle owl and the short-eared owl both have these lovely orange eyes. And they really do look like the